Right. Hi there. Hello, hello. All right. Happy Monday, everybody. I'm going to get out my singing bowl. I'm going to get out my chimes. Bear with me. Get the lights on a little better. Okay. Does anyone have a preference of what bowl? Do you want F, G, C, D, E? What crystal bowl do you want? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to get my chimes. Okay, guys, how we doing? All right, gotcha. Oh, yes, you want the E bowl. Of course you do. So my friend Katja over here on on YouTube, she took my voice bio quiz and found out that she needed a little bit more E in her life, E frequency in her life. And so that's why she wants the E. So that's fun. That quiz is usually part of my big master program, but if you want to just take the quiz, we can work that out too. So just DM me if you want to take that voice bio quiz. All right. So these are amazing, but sometimes these are called Koshi chimes, but sometimes they get caught. All right, guys, let's build our community here. If you guys wouldn't mind on TikTok, sharing it with a few people and sharing the love, pressing the hearts, and let's just get this in people's For You page as I untangle this. These are kind of a bugger, these things. Okay, how do I get this out? There we go. Guys, if we want to say a little prayer, a little intention for those in France, Portugal, and Spain, they are without electricity and they can't figure out why. So just take a moment. Hi there. Hi, Ashley. And oh, I cannot get this. I might just have to. That's a bummer. Let's see if the other one's working. All right. So let's just stay on here a little bit. See if we can build an audience. This is working. Yay. So that one's working. We still have to get the bowl out. How do I get this out? It's really nice when they both are singing. Oh, I think I got it. I got it. Did I get it? Now it's caught on the other one. All right, guys. So tonight's theme is the vibration of our authentic self. So I'm sure all of us have had those moments where we have felt this loving peace of just our authentic self within, right? And so that's the energy we're going to go for tonight. But sometimes we've got the clouds in front of the light that we are. So what sound therapy does is calms and rewires the nervous system and starts to remove the clouds so that that authentic self can shine bright forward. All right. So it's kind of just a play of vibration. So that's what we're going to do tonight. But with your help and interaction, let me know, what are your clouds? What clouds are in front of the sun, right? Meaning, what trips you up, right? What triggers you? Where do you find yourself stuck, feeling down, feeling unmotivated? What brings you to that? Wow, where is everybody on TikTok? We got one person over here. Hi, Paul. Hi, Jack. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community. Let's see. Redneck John in the house. All right, John. Hi. All right, guys, let's see if we can rally a few more people. I'm going to go get my E-bowl. Katya's over here. Your quiz result said E is my home note, and F sharp is supportive for me. Ah, okay, thank you. So the E note is, okay, cool. All right, guys, so if you're here or if you're just lingering watching, please share this. We need to get a few more people on here, and I'm going to go get the E-bowl. Be right back. All right, what do we got here? Is this the E-bowl? I think it is. Yes, this is the E-bowl. There we go. Thanks for that share. I appreciate it. Just let me know how you're doing in the comments. How's your Monday? How's your week starting out? I just got back from a trip. I was back east in Pennsylvania visiting family. And it's always so interesting. Sometimes things kind of surface when you're visiting family. You know how that is. And well, it's all good. And sometimes it can be a little unnerving, all the stuff that it brings up. All right. So let's just pause for a minute and ground ourselves. Oh, from New Jersey. Awesome. You're tired, but I'm going to start some yoga. Awesome. Sending love and light. Wonderful. Thanks, Janie. So place your hands on your heart, and we're just going to go into an intentional prayer here. And so every Monday night we gather to rewire, reset. We gather in community to raise our vibration and to do the personal growth and the spiritual awakening work that is ours to do as the microcosm affects the macrocosm. And we just ask source energy and our awakened and ascended council, whoever that is for us, to be here with us, to do the work with us, for us, and as us, that we may become clear vessels of source energy and love. And together as a collective, as we hold that energy, may we create a potent field of love for the collective of the human race. And may we feel that love and that peace as that authentic part of us, that self, that capital S self. Just uniting here on a Monday night, social media, just connecting our heart energy through the ether, through the quantum. And we're asking for the highest, best possibilities for this live, for each person on it, and for the human collective. Amen. Aho. May it be so. All right, beauties, let's start. The vibration of your authentic beingness. If we break down spiritual practice and spiritual awakening into its simplest form. That's it. Emptying, detoxing, and releasing any of the clouds in front of our authentic light. We tune in and align to the vibration of our light, and we stabilize ourselves there. That's really it. That's really all you got to do. Everything else is just fluff and story to kind of keep our ego interested. But really all we have to do is love and let go of anything that's not love. Namaste, Janie. Namaste. The light in me acknowledges and sees the light in you. That's really the epitome of awakening and spiritual practice. I like doing things very simply, very simple, keeping it simple. I was part of a group that I got a lot out of, but I only stayed in for a very short time because they didn't make things simple. There's all these stories and connections and generational stories. We don't need all those stories. We just have to say, I step into the lightness of myself. I step into the authentic nature of myself. And in doing so, I heal and forgive the past. Yet sometimes there are some frequencies that linger in our different experiences of our existence. Sometimes they require a little bit more attention. Today is all we have, Janie. You are right. My little yogi over here. Kayla, I'm sitting here with a pet pigeon sitting on my shoulder like a parrot. What? That's really funny. So over on YouTube, we have someone on TikTok. I wish we could have a video of that. Someone has a pet pigeon that's sitting on their shoulder. How wonderful. So take in these chimes. Let it remind you of your childlike innocence. Coming back to that lightness of being that is you. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Babs. Welcome, welcome. Who else is over here on YouTube? Shannon, hello. Let this just start to calm the nervous system. We are vibrational beings. We are infinite expressions. And the quantum we have access to, there's endless, infinite possibility of vibrational experiences. What time tomorrow? Tomorrow, 8:45 a.m. Mountain Time. We meet for 3 minutes of love. So the universe and source doesn't really have a preference, right? It's practicing unconditional love. It doesn't have an allowance. It doesn't have a preference of what you came here to experience. It's humans who label it as good and bad. The source energy doesn't really acknowledge anything but love. And the quantum field will acknowledge anything. It says, anything goes. Any possibility you want to experience to shift energy, go for it. So tonight, what do you want to change your mind about? Have you ever looked into the power of the color of your eyes? I haven't really. I am RH negative, and they talk about a lot of RH negative people have green eyes, so that's as far as I've gotten. But I have studied iridology, and it doesn't really study the color of the iris as much as the patterns in the iris talk about the wellness conditions of the body. So I've studied that. So just pause, close your eyes if you want to. Ah, you have the same color. Cool. What I have learned in iridology is that there's only two colors, brown and blue, and that the rest is different experience conditions that happen in the body that create the hazel or the green or the yeah. Okay. Listen to that stillness and silence after the sound. Isn't that amazing? It's like it's more still, isn't it? It's pretty cool. Do you notice that, Katja? Over here on TikTok, Becky. Hi, Becky Boo. Janie, do you notice? Hi, Eric. The silence after the sound like that. Really profound. Okay, guys. Well, here is the E bowl. The E is for traditionally, it's very peaceful, yeah. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So this is for the solar plexus, the third chakra. Wow, small but mighty group here. Got 1,000 likes over here. Thank you so much. Here's your E, Katja. Hi, Jim. Thanks for the like. I appreciate your follow. Vibration is under every feeling, every thought, every belief system. It's the beginning of all of it. So when you think of everything having a vibrational strand, a vibrational root, a vibrational seed, right? That's vibration, right? So there's a vibrational seed, vibrational root, and then you have it coming out into feelings, thoughts, emotions. Interesting, Katya. Thanks for sharing. So Katya just looked up the green eyes. You've got tingles. It says green eyes are caused by a combination of factors, primarily a moderate amount of melanin in the iris, along with a blue shade created by Rayleigh scattering. Interesting. Interesting. So notice where you feel this. Where are you guys feeling this E frequency? Hi, Debbie. I got a few more people over here on YouTube. Say hi. Where are you tuning in from? Hi, Amber from Chicago. Hi there. Well, thank you. It's just asking the source of me to come through it, to be of service. Basically, my soul is talking to your soul, Amber, if you're feeling that. You're welcome. Feel into your nervous system. Is it calming? Is it activating? Thank you, Janie. Is it starting to do something different? The nerves, the feeling kind of stressed, or is it calming? Do you feel expanded? Do you feel contracted? Is there a part of your body that seems to be more activated or tense or relaxed? Just start noticing. What is your mind and your brain doing? Is it becoming more active, less active? Is it calm and empty? What's going on? So just naming this, acknowledging is super important. Acknowledge what we're feeling. It felt soothing for you, Amber. Cool. Soothing's a nice feeling. Soothing brings us more in touch with our authentic vibration, our authentic space of being. You could also call that your spiritual center, right? You can sensate this sense of being soothed. And that sense of soothing is actually peace bubbling up, a peace that is you. And so that is what I'm talking about tonight, is this authentic space of being, the vibration of authenticity, the authentic source of you. And so when you feel that soothing, it's that peace trickling through. Anyone else want to share? Hi, Avery. Welcome. Hello, Emma. So thank you for all your engagements, your hearts, your follows. I appreciate that. Anything you put in the comments, it helps this live get into more For You pages. So thank you for that. Well, thank you, Emma. I really appreciate that. Hi. So this is an E frequency for our solar plexus chakra. Ooh, thank you. Thanks for the rose, Emma. Hi, Vanana. Hi there. Welcome. Welcome on in. Hi, thank you for that. Oh, thank you. So we're feeling into our third chakra. We're feeling into that place of empowerment. Now, where in your subconscious do you have a story that your sense of power has been taken from you? Does anyone have that? Does anyone have a difficult person in your life, like, say, that might have narcissistic tendencies, self-centered tendencies, other personality challenges that maybe you've gone through some manipulation or some, maybe you were part of being a scapegoat, or maybe you diminished yourself so that you could fit in and be loved. So where do you have that story in the subconscious that kept you from or stripped you from your power? And tonight we take it back. Tonight we take it back. So I want to hear from you right now. I want to hear a few things about what's going on in the solar plexus, in the subconscious around personal power. There's a few things that hold us back, right? Um, You have a 12th stellium with moon and sun, so my mother and father. My husband is an astrologer, but the word stellium, I can't remember. Does that mean you have the same sign in a range of, I don't know exactly what a stellium is. I call all my parts back to me. Yes. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to do a chant. It's called Coming Back. Trauma from abusive narcissistic ex. I'm glad to hear they're your ex. All right, so it means 3 plus planets in a house. Okay, that's right, stellium. Yeah, my I do know that term, but my husband's knows more about that stuff. Um, Let me read that then. So that's pretty powerful, right? There's still a 12th stellium with moon and sun. Ooh, yeah, that would be power potent. Okay. It's my son. Okay. He has my son for over 1 year and no contact. He has your son. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Um, Janie, that's a lot. That's a lot. 12th is things unseen. Yeah. Let's all take a deep breath. You are here. We are here, and you are magnetically being attracted to healing because that is what I do. That is what I am of service to. That's what I am doing in my life. And so the fact that you are here on this live means that you are healing deeply. And so, although it's painful, um, feel it, acknowledge it, and we are raising the frequency and we are resolving it. Okay. Healing it means that we are going to see the truth of it. We're going to see the truth behind it. We're going to see that voice of the ego. We're going to see that voice of love here and the combined workings of the voice of love and fear in the situation. Pushing through the pain, and I can see some light. We're surviving and imagining pushing through the gunk. Okay, guys, so here's a little thing. Let's call back. So if we've ever gone through an experience where we felt like a victim and abused, let's call ourselves back from that. And let's start to see life happening for us instead of to us. And I know that's very hard when it's experience in the human condition that are hard. Um, but it's important that we still do the work here about this perspective work. So here's a chant that I wrote. It's called Coming Back. Okay. So just tune into it. I would love to know who's over here on YouTube. So just say hi and where you're tuning in from. Okay. right here, right now, coming back, coming back. Imagine yourself, extend your energy out, collecting all the parts of yourself. Thank you. All the energies, all the fragments that you let go. Collect myself from where I've been, coming back, coming back, right here, right now, coming back, coming back. So go to those hard places, that place where you might have disembodied because it was so traumatizing, that place where you kind of were in shock like a deer in the headlights, those moments, right? Collect yourself back now. Right here, right now, coming back, coming back. Collect myself from where I've been, coming back, coming back, right here, right now, coming back, coming back. Take a moment in the silence. So each one of us have a past and have places that we've disembodied and fragmented. It's important to just intentionally and consciously bring it back. And what's interesting is that the humans, the 8 billion humans that are around the globe are fragments of the one, right? So we are one. We are one being with all those fragments of humans having these different experiences. It really is just one experience. And that's why a lot of spiritual traditions do the mirror work, right? If you have someone in front of you that feels like they're hurting you or that you're uncomfortable with or that you feel hurt by, it mirrors something in our own subconscious that requires some attention. And it doesn't mirror the exact thing you're feeling. It mirrors perhaps an old emotional pattern, emotional wounding. So, an emotional habit that you have, or it mirrors a belief system in your subconscious. And what's cool about this is that all of it is just a vibration. All of it is a rate of frequency, right? That hangs out in the subconscious. So it can be moved and affected and resolved and acknowledged with vibration. So that's what I love to do. Sorry guys, someone has some kind of leaf blower or something out there if you're hearing that. Um, so what vibrations do you feel that feel like they're like a ball and chain energy, right? They're just like n- holding you down, right? When we want to feel elevated, we want to feel expanded, we want to feel peace, we want to feel that innocence, right? We know that's possible. yet we have this ball and chain type of energy. And when we feel that ball and chain type of energy, we can go after it. We can look at it from all these different angles, put stories on it, put forms and structures and verbal definitions on it. We can do that. We can also just notice the feeling and the sensation and the vibration of it, right? I've done some cord cutting from the narcissist strangulation. Good, 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 good. So, guys, cord cutting is really powerful vibrational work too. I mean, if you imagine that there's an energetic cord going from you to the other person, and just the idea of saying no more, like you actually, I usually take my fingers ritualistically and I cut it and I send it back to them and I pull my energy back. And I send it back with the light of consciousness, right? And then I come back to me and I let out the sound of my authentic beingness. Guys, this work is pretty amazing. I want to tell you a story. A few years ago now, I was perusing Facebook and a friend of mine, she wasn't super close to me, but she was close to people that were really close to me. Anyway, I saw that she had passed. And at the time, I think I was 48. So we were all like 48 years old. And I remember just being so shocked, and was starting to go down the rabbit hole of looking into everyone's Facebook feed to see what people were saying, what had happened. And I just was courting with everyone's grief around this classmate of ours who passed. And it was interesting, by the end of the day, I started like spiraling down into some deep depression. And it was, I think, a date night, or it was family night and stuff, and I was in this heavy space and, like, crying. It was really intense. And then all of a sudden, I had an instant awareness of like, "Oh my gosh, I'm connected into all of that grief." And part of me was like, "Do I cut the grief? Do I keep grieving it? Does it help to grieve it?" And the awareness I got was, "No, like, this isn't helping you." So, I literally cut the cords of the grief and all the stories around that person's passing. And I kid you not, I instantly rose back up into my authentic vibration and like just popped back into like this peace and joy as soon as I let that grief go. Now, mind you, like that was not a person close to me. I just got corded into all the grief stories, right? This is someone I hadn't seen in 25 years. It wasn't someone I was super close to. So it was easy to just cut that cord and just be like, and it just popped up. My whole vibration, like a cork in the water, was being pushed down by that grief cord, cut the cord, and literally within like 2 minutes, I literally was lighter and felt better. So it was just a dense vibration of grief that wasn't even mine, that I was courting other people's intense grief. Um, am I that mom? Uh, I don't know what really that means. Can you explain that a little bit more? Um, so I do know that this cording, decording and cutting the cord of that is really, really powerful and really, really quick. That's why I love working with vibration. So if you guys have any questions for me, I'm a certified sound therapist. I trained in yoga therapy. I'm a trained spiritual life coach and a metaphysical minister. And so if you have any questions about sound therapy, metaphysics, spiritual awakening, using family life as spiritual path, any of that, feel free to, put the questions in the comments. Um, and I don't know if I'm that mom. I'm trying to get the awareness of what you meant by that question or by that comment. I want to invest in some crystal bowls for sound healing. Wonderful. Sound bowls can get very, very pricey. I have actually um, used a few companies on Amazon that were priced very, they weren't expensive, and I like them. They work for me. Um, but then I've heard other stories that you should get a higher quality bowl. So I think you just have to follow your intuition. My main sound healing is, vocal energy healing. I use it with my voice. So, I haven't thought to invest that much into the bowls, but I have heard some really nice sounding bowls. So, I know the alchemy bowls are very pricey because they have, um, different components, titanium, like amethyst or ruby or, um different metals and gems in them, so they can be pretty expensive. But the reason I like the white crystal bowls is that they're this or clear or white crystal bowls is that they are a clear conduit, right? They they can get tuned to intention, and there's no other frequencies colliding with it. So I like the pure tones of the quartz crystal, the pure quartz crystal. So your voice reminds me of Native Americans. I've got that before. I don't necessarily have a bloodline of Native American, but I do have ancestral lineage of Native Americans. But it's so far back that it's not in my bloodline anymore. But I do have it in my ancestral path. So I don't know if I'm that, working from that. It's my sense that I'm really trying to align with my source self, and it's kind of a form of light language where I'm um, just allowing myself to be my source self through my voice. Hi, Saprita. Welcome back. Do you have any helpful hints or practices to help strengthen one's intuition? I do. No worries. I'm just glad you made it, Saprita. So, someone over here on TikTok asked, how do we strengthen our intuition? What are some practices? The first simple thing that I would say is um, cancel out of your vocabulary, I don't know. You chant Om. Yes, that is a very good thing to do for intuition. But the first thing is whenever you hear yourself say, I don't know, or if like I want you to, instead of saying, I don't know, say, it's not clear yet. Because every time we say, I don't know, we're confirming that we don't have the knowing or the intuition to know it. And it's a vibrational. There's no like points of view or judgments that the universe or that your body or being has. You are programming it by the way you're thinking and your reactions and your emotional habits and your thoughts. So as you said, when you say I don't know, you're affirming that your intuition doesn't know. So the first thing and most important thing is to say, I'm not clear yet. I'll know later. Right. And then, as Saprita said over here on YouTube, is oming, doing a chant of Om, or even sounding out. I have really noticed that when I just sing out, say Om, or just a vowel sound, or a little light language, or just source singing, and then I pause in the silence, there is this ripple effect of awareness in the silence. So I have found that connecting with my voice and singing out the interference opens up the field of my intuition. Has anyone else ever experienced that? Hi, Stefan. I had an old boyfriend named Stefan. Um, so so yeah, you get that, Saprita. Yeah. And so one of the programs that I run, one of the things that we do is work on intuition with voice, but we also work on releasing emotional habits with the voice. We also work on reprogramming our belief systems and our subconscious through the voice. We release physical tension and somatics through the voice. We clear out the chakras with the voice. So that's a whole program, and you learn how to be do vocal energy healing. So if you are interested in that, there is a 75-minute little taster of that program coming up May 8th, and you can find that over on my bio link. I think it's over there. Let me see if it's over there. Um, it is over. Let's see. Do 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 do. Shoot, I don't think it's over here. Breakthrough call. Activate align with high mastery training. Huh, it's not on here. Okay. I have to add it on there, guys. So I will add that on right now. Doo-doo-doo. So yeah, if you're interested in this the 75-minute core like workshop, um, I'll put it over on my bio link. It's coming up May 8th. I just have to see how to yeah. So any other questions? Oh, we've been on here a whole hour. We've got a whole nother half hour to work through here. Unable to, let me try that again. But it's amazing what your voice can help you through. And so a lot of times we've seen our voice just be a, a mode of communicating with words, right? Or it helps us sing a pretty song, right? But the voice is so much more. It's a vibrational tool that we have not had the training to work on. So, to open up. So, that is what I teach, and that's what I love to teach, is how to activate your voice for your own, vibrational awareness. Here's my bio link. We're gonna edit it. So, just get that right in there. Breakthrough call. Oh, yeah, also, I do complimentary breakthrough calls, so if you have any, more vulnerable questions you wanna ask, or let's see here. Okay. The other thing with intuition is to release the like earlier we talked about vibrational clouds, like what programming like is in the thank you is in the way of you accessing and receiving your intuition. So a lot of times the intuition just it's there, it's being given, it's being given, but we're not in receiving mode, and there's a program around that. um Guys, bear with me here. How do I create? Let's just do another thing here. There we go. Let's do a button. Do 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 do. Any other questions around sound therapy, metaphysics? I'm just getting this right in there, so okay. I'm just gonna get this in there. Do, 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 do. Copy link. It's in there. righty. Okay, guys, it's over there now. It's called the Bee Sung Taster. It's on May 8th, and it'll bring you to the Eventbrite registration. It'll explain all the stuff that um all the stuff that oh,
Oh, hi.
oh, hi. I don't know how that happened.
Did you want to battle?
Do I want to battle? What's that?
Basically, it's like
Okay. Do you guys know what that means? To battle on TikTok? I have no idea what that means. Okay. Um, that was really funny. Okay. Um, okay, yeah. So, yeah, I just got that link up over my bio link. It's the Bee Sung Taster, and that's where we talk about the 4 areas of awakening and the 4 steps to the voice activation and things like that. So, and also do a sound bath for you guys over there. So that's on May 8th. If you want to take part in that, that's over on my bio link. So let's do some more sound healing. I'm going to get my big moon drum out. And personally, what I've been going through myself is just some taking back my power. I would say a little bit more of third chakra stuff. So thank you, Katja, for getting the E bowl out here. The E crystal bowl really helps clear out that third chakra. And while I don't believe in staying in the psychology of our subconscious too long, it is nice to look at the patterns that you've been living in your relationships and acknowledging that these might not be healthy anymore. And so if you are at the hand of some kind of emotional abuse from someone, you don't want to see yourself as a victim, but you also want to acknowledge what you've gone through and what you've allowed to happen on some level, right? Um, so that's kind of where I'm at right now is like, how has this happened for me? How is this going to make me stronger? I reclaim my energy back. I'm going to awaken to the fact that this experience has happened in this lifetime for me, and now I'm taking back my power. So let's for all of us that have had emotional abuse in our lives on whatever level, I want you to literally put your hand out and I want you to say, I take back my power. It's always been mine. And that means I take back my power to have my intuition, my ability to receive. I take back this perception that I have no choice and that I'm a victim. I open to the fact that life is happening for me and I'm awakening to all the power that's coming back to me. And that means all the intuition that's available to me. And I receive myself. I receive my authentic self more fully. I open to receiving. May it be so. So here we are in that right now. Take back your power. It's always been yours. Yes, it has. Here's a little frequency wash. This is a frequency 528. Guys, if you're looking for a good beginner set, tuning fork set, find the Enzo Sensory page, and they have a tuning fork kit called Resonance. It's a great little kit. You might want to check it out. So let's tune our cells right now to this frequency. 528, it's a solfeggio tone. The solfeggio tones were taken from the Bible, actually. They were tones that repeated words and tones that were tones that came through like numerology in the Bible. So this is supposedly a miracle tone. Let me know, how is that feeling for you? Where do you feel this? If anyone would like to come on live here with me and talk about something that they are working with vibrationally and can work with you. You're feeling the vibration in the third eye. Cool. That makes sense because this is a very high consciousness frequency. So I would, that makes sense to me that you would feel it in the third eye. Third eye is the seat of our intuition. And so another practice you might want to do to increase your intuition, I know that was asked before, is to take this high frequency and just wave it right over the third eye. Well, thank you so much, Lotus. I appreciate that. So one of the things I teach is that as we clear the subconscious, we clear all your areas of existence, and we stabilize your vibrational set point, the tone of your voice changes. Through all my spiritual and energetic training, I haven't had much voice training. I've actually been more trained metaphysically and energetically. And the more I practice and heal, the more clear and my voice gets. And even at 53, where a lot of times they say when your hormones change, I'm postmenopausal. A lot of times they say when your voice changes with the menopause. But mine still is high and clear, and I think it has a lot to do with the vibrations we stabilize in our system. Yesterday, I was in a Zoom with someone who used tuning forks to treat her ocular migraine. Yeah, I bet that's powerful. Yeah, tuning forks can totally help headaches, and it sounds like it helps ocular migraines. That's wonderful. Yeah, tuning forks are very powerful. Mhm. So I don't know if anyone on here is at that stage where you are feeling a soul calling. You're wanting to step in and stop playing small. You want to step into your your life's purpose. Perhaps that's with your voice, it's with sounding. Um, Perhaps you're curious about vocal energy healing for sound healing. If that's you and you're curious and you want to talk about breaking through the stuckness and clarifying your goals, please sign up for a complimentary uh, breakthrough call. That's over there on my bio link. I have room for 2 more people this month. I coach 4 people a month. Um, I like just doing 4 people so I can really be present for them and personalize the onboarding call and the 101s. So I'm taking 2 more folks. If you want to, if you're curious about being sung and getting more confident with your voice, being more confident and taking your power back, getting more clear on your soul calling, stepping onto your spiritual mission. If that is you, please sign up. Let's talk. Sign up for your free breakthrough call. The cool part about these forks is I love to sing with them too. It's super powerful. So singing with a 528 fork. So see if you guys can match this tone. Now notice when you're singing, when you're trying to make sound or you're trying to mimic a sound, um, the inside of your mouth has to change shape for you to make different sounds. And so feel into what sound, what shape that the inside of your mouth needs to be in, right? It's kind of like this. This is how I'm feeling it. It's kind of like a long oval. It's I how could I write it? It's like a long oval I'm feeling in my mouth like that. So give that a try. So yeah, doing tuning forks is a really nice way to um, get that part of your brain synced up with your vocal cords, right? So that's what like when you're doing musical work on a piano, you do the chromatic scale and you hit each note on the chromatic scale to train your ear and the brain to match the frequency and get the vocal cords to match the frequency. But it's a full body thing. Singing is like a holistic thing. So you've got the breath and you need the intention with the breath. That's the first thing. Because if you don't have intention to make sound, you're just going to keep breathing, right? The breath has to go past the vocal cords with an instantaneous intention for sound. And that intention and the brain and the ear all have to come in sync and this one precious moment to make the sound. And if you're trying to make the sound, the exact sound of this, I mean, it is, if you really think about it, it's so miraculous. The breath is the fuel that goes past the vocal cords gets them to vibrate, and they vibrate at a certain speed to have a certain pitch. But the intention has to be instantaneous before the breath goes past the vocal cords to match the pitch. So just think of all that and then try to hit this pitch. So everything that has to happen, I mean, that's miraculous. That is amazing, right? Gosh, you don't think about that much, right? So guys, how are you doing? How are you doing? Anyone have a certain stressor that's really bothering them? Or is everyone feeling a lot lighter and wants to work on raising their vibration? Or does anyone need some acknowledgement with the stress that they're going through? So join me in the comments. Join me in the comments. Do you need some support acknowledging what you're feeling and where you are? Or are you at a place that you want to keep expanding and raising your vibration? Where are we right now? Because we've got a few more minutes before we end. But I need your contribution in the comments. I need your contribution in the comments. I need to hear from you. What's going on? What's going on with you? Okay, well, I'll just keep talking to myself then. Um, hmm. So authenticity, the vibration of the authentic you. It's the vibration of peace, love, ecstasy, knowing. So what is the difference between knowing and intuition? The way I see it is intuition is kind of a step from beingness so that it's witnessing and feeding back to you, whereas knowing and beingness is you just act and know, right? Intuition is more of like the witness feedback loop, right? It's separate and sending you information, whereas you're in this state of being, that you're just being the vibration. You just okay, I'm going this way. Didn't have the intuition. I'm living in complete knowing and beingness. Does that make sense? It's not separate in any way. And so that's one of the things that I really like to teach and cultivate in my life with my singing and with my clients is this sense of knowing and being, which is before intuition, right? Intuition is separate from you. Feedback loop giving you information. Beingness and knowing are just living in the essence of your source self. Any questions about that? Ooh, hi, Amy Lee. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Woo Town. So Monday nights are our sound therapy lives where we do sound therapy together, do Q&A, we do metaphysical and vibrational coaching. So ask any questions you have, or please share something that you'd like support with. One thing, guys, if you start singing a lot, it dehydrates you. You got to drink a lot more water when you're singing. Wow, I have not. I have not heard of that. Substitutionary locomotion manifesting meditation. Wow, that is quite a word there. I have not heard of that. Repent and believe in the forgiveness, generous one, God, who is the creator and Lord of this world. You'd love them. Oh, cool. Repent. I don't believe in repenting because I don't believe in sin. I do believe in the one source of God, and I do believe in forgiveness and the fact that we are living an illusionary story, and all there is wholeness and love. And the forgiveness is coming to a recognizing that we are all love and we are whole and we are complete. So, in some ways, we have some similar beliefs. Um, You host free circles in LA with sound baths. How wonderful. Good for you. That's wonderful. What part of LA? Intuition is alive and clear when my being doesn't have doubt interference. Beautiful. Thanks for the follow, Angel. Reseda. Okay, cool. I'm not familiar with that area, but good for you. And you host free circles. That's wonderful. You have a circle on May 4th. That's wonderful. May the 4th be with you. Oh, so if anyone is in the LA Reseda area on YouTube or here, there is a free sound bath. And so where do you hold those? Feel free to put it in the posts if anyone's from LA. They're going well. A lot of people are manifesting things because of the substitutionary. Okay, let me write this. Let me get a pen and write this down. I've never heard of that, so let me write this down. Is it a technique or an energy? I tend to like to just stay in clear energy with source. So I don't know. I don't really like certain being energies or stuff like channeled energies. That's not really my thing, but if it's a method, maybe I'll do it. Okay, let's see. Substitutionary. Okay, guys, on YouTube, check this out. Substitutionary locomotion method. Supposedly, people are really, it's a meditation, and people are manifesting great with that. So the thing is with manifesting, guys, is and anyone in the area is interested, they can email me or details. It's a technique, it's magical. Okay. So it's a technique, and the biggest thing about what this channel is called substitute. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, we'll check it out. The thing is about manifesting is it's a vibrational thing, right? So think of two magnets, and when you turn them around, they kind of do this and they repel. Or if you flip it, and they just kind of do this to each other. So if your authentic beingness is here, and you're like, I just want to be happy, and I feel like this is going to make me happy, but you're acting out in your subconscious, you're acting out certain frequencies that aren't a match, it's going to repel like that. But all of a sudden, if you clear out and detox that subconscious, and you bring your spiritual center, your authentic self more forward, and you say, I'd like to have that, the magnets connect. And so I see it as kind of like a detox process, a resolving process resolving the clouds to bring your light forward. And then you can just name and then from there, it's like once you are living for your spiritual center, it's not really manifesting anymore as much as it is beingness, because that your life is about happiness because you're in the complete joy of your authentic self, of source self. And so when you're in that space of source self, you are living God's will, God's will, which is your will, and no longer living from the will of the ego. The ego has a lot to do with manifesting. So I talk about these four areas of awakening consciousness in my 75-minute workshop coming up May 8th. So if you're interested in that, it's a very interesting concept. Um, which rehab center is this? Oh, is that? I don't think anyone talked about a rehab center. I am talking about like spiritual rehab, basically spiritual reset through the tool of the voice. Let's see. Intuition is live and clear. Yeah. Okay. Um, have you tried Ozempic? I have not. Ozempic. No, what is that? Hi, Tanya. Welcome, welcome. I never heard of Ozempic. All right, guys, let's go to our E bowl again. For TikTokers, this live is instantly ready for you over on YouTube. My YouTube channel, your dog is howling. Oh dear. Over on my bio link, you can find my YouTube channel. There's 1,000 videos over there about light language, sound baths, yoga nidra, awakening. So see if you can match that pitch with your voice. Oh no. Well, I would keep scrolling, get off this live if your headache's coming back. Go, 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 get off. So may peace and your loving nature expand through every cell of your body, every space in between, and then expand it out to the four corners of the room. Feel your oneness with your source. This is your authentic space of being. This is the vibration of your authentic self. Mhm. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. I want to remind you tomorrow morning we are holding the vibration of love together. So be sure to come back at 8:45 a.m. Mountain Time, 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time, and 7:45 a.m. Pacific Time. We're going to hold the love frequency. We're going to sing our love chant from on top of the hour for 3 minutes. We're going to hold love. We're going to be a potent, powerful, small collective of love and put that into the bigger collective of humanity. So if you want to be the change that you want to see in the world, this is a way to do it. This is a way to do it. So please join us tomorrow morning. Hold the love. And if you're curious about getting into this type of voice work or stepping into your soul calling, sign up either for a free breakthrough call, or you can sign up for the upcoming taster of Mastering Being Sung, which is coming up May 8th. And that's over on Zoom and Eventbrite. And that's all I got for you today. Alrighty, so I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube first. Thank you so much, Katya and Saprita. Thanks for being the team over here. I appreciate you all over there. Thank you.